Hey guys, and welcome to the Fish Room. I'm Rachel O'Leary, and I'm pretty excited because I have two friends with me from Brooklyn today, and we're going rock hunting. You can see I've started figuring out some of my hardscape, but I feel like I need quite a few more rocks to really make this like dynamic pool across the tank. So today we're going to the river. I was a little bit worried about how muddy it was going to be with all the rain we've had.
Yeah, I thought the water level.
And if the water level was going to be too high for us to be able to really find anything good. But it seems to have worked out pretty well. So I'm looking for rocks with character. This is kind of a neat little area. It's about a mile from my house where we like to come down. If you keep walking up there for quite a while, there's an old abandoned quarry, but unfortunately it's posted, and the last time we were here we almost got arrested. So we try and keep it to this part. There's railroad tracks up there that are still active, and this all floods out with heavy rains. Goes down to the Susquehanna River, which is what that larger one is. Now a lot of the rock here is limestone, so we have to be a little bit careful about it. There's also a fair amount of quartz, which is a beautiful rock for an aquarium, but this area in particular is prone to having a lot of iron pyrite, so you have to wash them really carefully and look at the stones. Make sure there's no pockets of minerals. What I'm going to do in my aquarium is set it up and then test the water, wait a week and test the hardness again to see if there's any noticeable change. I'm looking for rocks that have a flat edge, a lot of character, and a good bit of texture. Kind of like that guy right there. So these are some of the rocks that I've picked so far. Really think they have a lot of character. Sort of an interesting skew to their shape, and I'll be able to build up my island foundation a bit more with those. This is the river. My friend Ricky Chawla, my husband Chris, and my friend Bill Brissett. They're here to enjoy nature and, as I mentioned, carry all my rocks. The rock hunt continues in every nook and cranny. There's some really cool big pieces up here that they're bringing out for me. So we've got quite a haul so far. It's a big trash can, a tote, a bucket, and more coming.
Yep. Where does this go?
Wherever you can fit it. How many guys does it take to break a rock?
Oh, I got a 20-pound maul over there. It just takes a second.
So now we're busting out the big guns, the air tools to try and break this rock. Gotten a few nice pieces off, but it's just we're a little impatient. This is what you call serious aquascaping.
Nice! That's really cool too.
We have all the hammers and tools out today.
It's
Great pieces.
These are those pieces of wood.
Exciting.
Oh, you guys are carrying rocks now.
Yeah, I'm wanting to get going.
You want more?
Yeah.
You want them all down here?
Sure. Solve the problem. Can I use that step stool for a minute?
You ready for this? You gotta go in.
Got the ladder.
last piece.
The one I found.
That's actually probably going to be front and center. Scooch that one in a little further.
I would just take that out. Just leave that open. Let it get shallow, man. That's awesome.
It's true. It is really nice.
No.
Don't tell me what to do with my own tank.
I do like that though, that idea. This little cove.
Gotta watch out for the ivy. Show you guys where we're at.
I like the wood. I think we should leave the wood at this.
Yeah, I like the wood as well, and I really like this pyramid-shaped stone.
I got plenty. That's it. I got plenty.
So next is adding some rubble and substrate. Oh, look at these little nuggets of goodness they include.
Little substrate thingies.
Yeah.
What is it? Make sure you fill it behind that sponge.
Just dump the entire bag back there, is that what you said?
I think that's what you're supposed to do.
We can fill it
Yeah.
up as needed.
Well, I'm sure there's going to be spots of egg crate that show up here and
Yeah.
there. Nice.
This is heavy enough that you might not have that issue.
Yeah, I think you have more than enough substrate in general to have an egg crate.
It's a bit messy, but the substrate is in. I went with one of the natural carob sea 3mm biotope sands, or fine gravel really. And now we're gonna fill her up. So my husband pointed out the obvious once again. We're all worried about blowing around this substrate, so we're using that bucket. But the reason I like to keep non-fish keepers around is because they think of things like putting the hose behind the carefully constructed corner filter. More of the chaos that is aquascaping. The good news is the tank is cleared up beautifully overnight. I've gotten it roughly aquascaped the way I would like it, with these strong directional movements of wood and rock, which took a lot of work. We had to go collect the rocks, break the rocks, clean the rocks, place the rocks, and then put the substrate around it. I went with a small substrate of about 3mm because the majority of the fish that I'm going to stock this tank with require that size and shape substrate to spawn. They dig pits, and I really want to see that happen. Up next will be figuring out the lighting and then getting the plants in there. It's been a pretty fun project so far, and I've had a lot of help, especially with the mussel. I also addressed the issue with the corner filter. I was concerned that if I had to remove the foam to clean it, all my piled substrate would fall underneath it and be a major pain in the ass. So what I did is I just cut the bottom of the foam so that I can pull out the top section to rinse that. It's kind of a poor man's fix. I could have also done some sort of barrier at the bottom, but I really want this tank to be very clean in appearance. For plants, I think I'm going to use some Anubias, some Bulbitis or African water fern. I think I'm going to infiltrate this corner panel with liverworts or similar. And then I think I'm going to take a page from our tank at the Aquatic Experience and let some of the Physidins fall into these cracks to, you know, really have that natural look. Other than that, I'm not quite sure. I'll have to dig through the whole fish room here and see what I've got. I hope you're enjoying the progress I'm making on this tank. Make sure to stop by my Facebook page as well as my website, MsJinx.com, for upcoming speaking engagements, my current stock list, and information on all things nano. Don't forget to check back on Tuesdays and Sundays for my tips and species spotlights.